Welcome to this lesson on factoring trinomials where a is greater than 1. So here's an example, 3x squared minus 11x plus 10. So we have a coefficient with our first term now. That's our a, and it's not 1, it's greater than 1. So the first thing you want to do here is always check for a GCF. And that's with any factoring problem. Always check for a GCF first. This one does not have a GCF. There is no number that will go into 3 and 11 and 10 evenly, so we're good on that. Next, I'm going to multiply a times c. So 3 times 10, that's 30. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite my trinomial. And it's almost like I just moved this 3 over with the 10. And I put it at the end, so 30. So I rewrote my trinomial by multiplying a times c, and that product I changed here, and notice that 3 is not there at the beginning anymore. And once I do that, I'm going to factor that trinomial, because I know how to factor this. We just learned this. I'm going to list the factors of 30 and see which pair would give me 11. So factors of 30, let's see, that would be 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, 5 and 6. And the only pair that's going to give me 11 is 5 and 6, but it needs to be -5 and -6. All right, you can boil that back, distribute it back to make sure. Then once you have that factored, step 3 is going to be take those binomials and take that a term that we got rid of and divide by a on both of those numbers. Now, if it divides evenly, go ahead and divide it. Like the second binomial, 6 divided by 3, that's 2, and you're done. If it does not divide evenly, like 5 divided by 3 does not divide evenly, then you're going to take this 3 and put it here and bring down the -5. Now, always check and make sure you did it correctly. So 3x squared minus 6x minus 5x plus 10. In the middle, those give us -11x plus 10, and that is what we started with. So my final answer is 3x minus 5, x minus 2. Okay, let's try that again. So check for any GCFs first. I don't have any on number 1, 2, 9, and 35. Nothing will go into those. So I'm going to multiply a times c, and I'm going to rewrite this. 2 times -35 is -70. And then I'm going to factor, let's see, 70. I'm just going to take my calculator and start dividing instead of listing all those out, because that's going to take forever. Let's see, 1 times 70, that's not going to give me anywhere near 9. 2 times 35. Not anywhere near 9. Let's see. 70 divided by 5. 14 and 5. That would work. They just both need to be negative. -14 and -5 to give me, let's see. That's not going to work actually, but this will work. -14. Nope. So you're just going to have to kind of do trial and error here. +14, -5. There we go. So figure out your numbers and then figure out your signs. And make sure, let's see, 14 times -5, that's -70. 14 minus 5, that's 9. All right, so once you have that, then you're going to take this number that you got rid of in the first step. We need to bring it back. We can't just get rid of something. And then divide if it can divide. So it can on the first one. If it doesn't divide evenly, move it to the beginning. And then you can always distribute back to check. All right, number 2, let's see. No GCFs, so I'm going to multiply A by C. Let's see, 1 times 24, that could give me 23. You just got to get your signs right. It may help if you just write down the factors and then just play around with your signs to get it right. So if I did this, for example, 24 minus 1, that's positive 23. That's not what I want. I want a negative 23. So let's try this. Negative 24 and positive 1, that's negative 23. That's what we want. And then don't forget that A that we got rid of, we need to bring it back now. So 24 divided by 4, that's 6. 1 divided by 4, that does not divide evenly, so I'm going to bring that 4 up. And that's my final answer. All right, I'm going to do one more with you guys. So number 3, this one does have a GCF of 3, so I'm going to factor that out first. I just divided everything by 3. So we have x squared minus x minus 2 left. And now we just have a trinomial where x equals 1. So I don't have to worry about multiplying a times c because we got rid of a. We factored out. A is a better way to say it. Okay, so factors of 2, well, the only factors of 2 are 2 and 1, so it's got to be 2 and 1. We just have to get those signs right so that I get a negative 1. So it needs to be negative 2 and positive 1. And that is my final answer. All right, pause the video now and try 4, 5, and 6 by yourself. All right, let's see how we did. So on number 4, I can factor out a 2. And then I just have a trinomial where a is 1. And let's see, it should be 7 and 2. Positive 7, positive 2. Number 5, I don't have any GCFs, so I'm going to multiply. All right. So let's see. 27. Factors of 27 are 1 and 27, 3 and 9. I'm trying to get to 13. 1 plus 27, nope. 1 minus 27, nope. 3 plus 9, nope. 3 minus 9, nope. It looks like I can't factor that trinomial, which means I can't factor the original trinomial. So this one can't be factored. And remember, not all trinomials can be factored. All right, and then the last one, there's no GCFs, so I'm going to multiply. Let's see, 30, looks like I can use 10 and 3. Negative 10 and positive 3. And then I need to divide by 15. Now, be careful on ones like these. If you can reduce the fraction, you need to do that. If you can reduce that fraction, you need to do that. So this is really 10 over 15, which reduces to 2/3. And then 3/5 reduces to 3/15 reduces to 1/5. Now, none of those are evenly divisible, so I'm going to bring the 3 up and the 5 up. So my final answer is actually 3x minus 2, 5x plus 1. All right, you can stop the video now and complete your practice.